Yes, guys, and welcome back to my live Arsenal transfer news update show. Of course, day number 3 of the January transfer window, and we're here to give you all the latest news and rumours going around Arsenal Football Club, so you guys can keep up to date every single day. If you are enjoying these, make sure you do hit like buttons up, leave all your thoughts in the comment section as always. We'll be diving into the latest news. Curtis Jones, Arsenal looking at a shock move for Liverpool midfielder Curtis Jones, of course. And we're also going to be diving into Dusan Vlahovic. Yes, it wouldn't be a transfer window without being linked to Dusan Vlahovic, would it? So we're going to talk about Dusan Vlahovic again. And we're also going to dive into a few other news, a little bit Tony update. Not good news, people, in terms of the Ivan Tony deal. And we're going to talk about a little bit about some players moving on. The players coming back from their loans as well. We will be diving into all of that. So hit like buttons up. Thanks for tuning in today as always. And let's get into the show today.
Welcome back, guys, to another Arsenal transfer news show.
Declan Rice has officially signed for Arsenal.
Players in before the start of the season, pretty. With this deal gets done before the start.
Let's get right into it, people. Let's just say big up everyone in the chat very quickly. Let's see who's inside today. We've got Luca inside. Hope you're doing well, Luca. My bro Plasma, he's on a flight. Oh, nice one, bro. Where you off to, Plasma? Let me know. Big up to you. We've got Dalaval inside. Big up yourself. We've got Jordan as well. We've got my man Sean. Big up yourself, Sean. We've got Rory as well. I did watch your video before doing this as well. Great video, guys. Make sure you go and check him out. We've got Saliba in here as well. Big up yourself, Saliba. Good afternoon. Good to see you, bro. Charlie's in here as well. Football Daily Talk. Big up yourself. Charlton Fan TV. Good afternoon as well. London calling. Hope you're doing well, bro. Yes, Tony News is not good indeed. Let's get right into it, people. And we're going to start with the main story that's been going around the past couple of days. It's came out of nowhere. Curtis Jones, people, has been linked with a shock move to Arsenal. Right, you guys can see the screen, yeah. So Arsenal in talks of a surprise Liverpool transfer raid as star player wants an Anfield exit. Arsenal reportedly already has some contact with the possible transfer of Liverpool midfielder Curtis Jones. Despite being a key player for Klopp's side, it seems Jones is on the keen of the idea moving down south. So it seems there could be a possibility for this ambitious deal to be done. With initial talks already taking place for the 22-year-old, Mikel Arteta is a big fan of Jones and wants him for that number 8 role in his midfield for next season, which makes sense after some issues in that position this season since Granit Xhaka's exit. That is pretty true. That's according to a reliable Arsenal account, AFC Aim then on X as shown below. So this guy's apparently pretty reliable. He says if it all goes planned this season, I think we'll try and sign Curtis Jones for that 8 role next season. Depends on how he progresses / game time. I think this is for the summer, guys. I think this type of deal will be done in the summer and not in January. Because, he's having a great season right now. To be fair, he's doing superb at Liverpool this season. He's been brilliant for them. I've been watching him quite a bit. And he's been doing superb for them. Jones came up through Liverpool Academy. So, Jones is proper Scouse, people. Proper Scouser. So one imagines they won't let him go to a rival, of course. But AFC admins compared this to somewhat surprise deal that we saw Cole Palmer leave City for Chelsea, of course. This will be integrating deal to keep an eye on. With Arsenal fans surely likely to welcome this quality player to the Emirates Stadium. I've seen what he can do at Liverpool. Red fans, by contrast, will surely be desperate not to see his homegrown talent leave without a fight or a huge transfer fee. Yeah, I reckon they're going to try their best to, demand a lot for Curtis Jones. What I will say, people, is, I want him now, people. Give Curtis Jones now, people, in January. And I'll take him. 100% would take him. But this is like it'll be done in the summer, people, and not a January sort of summer, not a January sort of signing. People, it'll be done in the summer. So a lot can change in terms of the players' form from January to the summer for the rest of the season. What I will say is what I've seen of him this season so far at Liverpool, he's been superb. And, he looks a great player. He's still he's young, isn't he? He's still 22 years old. He's still got a lot of potential. And, I'd take this player, man. I think he can slot really nicely in that number 8 role. He's already shown that he can do it for Liverpool. He's already proven in the Premier he can do it. So I honestly wouldn't mind Arsenal going to sign this player. We're talking about the summer here, people. We're not talking about the January window. I would take him now if we had the choice now, which we know it's not going to happen. Yeah, if we had the choice now, I would take him for January because I feel like we need a number 8. 100% need a number 8. So I would take him now. But when it comes to the summer, I think there'll be other options. I mean, there'll be better alternatives out there. Personally, players I want over Curtis Jones, if that makes sense. When it comes to the summer, players who I think we can go and splash the cash in. If we want a number 8, there's plenty out there. Yeah, who I would prefer. I'm sure people would prefer over someone like Curtis Jones. Look, I'm not taking it away. I think he's a very good player. But it'll be interesting to see, man. It'll be interesting to see how Liverpool do and how he does. If he ends up winning the league with them this season, would he want to leave Liverpool? This is what it says. Apparently, the player wants to leave Anfield. Apparently, he wants to leave already. But it's just, I don't know. It'll be a weird deal, isn't it? Because obviously, we are rivals, Arsenal and Liverpool. We're competition at the moment, of course, with each other. So, would Klopp really want to strengthen Arsenal? Because I think it would be strengthening us, and I think it would be a very good asset to sign. Really, Liverpool would demand a lot of money, but you know what? I would take him. Let's just be honest. So it's weird for me, isn't it, people? It's weird for me. This deal came out of nowhere, and I don't know how reliable this guy is. I don't know if anyone. If I'll show you the guy's Twitter, AFC Amidan, where his name is. Yeah, this is the guy who's came out and said it. He says if it all goes planned this season, I think we'll try and sign Curtis Jones that 8 role next season. So yeah, of course, play number 8. Currently where Havertz sort of plays, and obviously where Xhaka played last season. Depends on how he progresses. Such game time he gets up there. Mikel definitely wants him. So apparently Arteta really admires Jones. Apparently Arteta really wants these players. Big up everyone else tuning in. We've got Moss in there. Big up yourself, Moss. Good to see you, bro. Can't see Liverpool, but I was making a deal in January. Nah. Yeah, this deal's definitely happening in January, Moss. They're talking more about the summer. This sort of summer deal. They are talking about. He's a decent player. Yeah. I mean, he's having a great season. I've really focused on watching him this season. Of course, I've watched quite a lot. I've watched quite a lot of Liverpool games this season, and he's played really well this season, man. He's been having a great season. So I would take him, but I want him now personally. You know what I'm saying? Big up my man Alf in the chat. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well, bro. What is so special about Jones? Personally, I think he's a good player, but I think when it comes to the summer, as I said, I feel like there's definitely better options out there. 100% better options out there. Big up Sean as well. Wait, where's your comment gone? Your comment's actually gone. He says, I generally don't think we sign anyone in this window. Then Sean, then we're doomed, bro. Then we're doomed. But no, I hear what you're saying. Like, we don't have the funds. Like, this whole thing about, we got to sell, before we buy. Yeah, exactly. Like, if we get money for Ramsdale, if we get money for Nketiah, we need to get money. We need to sell some players first of all. I mean that is the main thing we got to do first, is to get rid of and get some money as well for them. The likes of El Neni going to Turkey, for example. The likes of Cedric leaving. The likes of Kivior might be going as well. That's came out recently. Eddie Nketiah's got to go. So hopefully we can get a bit of money for him. Smith Rowe may have to be a good goal. I mean, I hate to say it, but Smith Rowe, for the sake of his career, might have to be on that list. So yeah, guys, I will go through everyone's comments. Just keep me your like buttons up. Look, Steve, it is. I mean, the source came from this guy. I don't know. This guy's got a blue tick. This guy's got a blue tick on Twitter, but at the same time, I swear you can buy a blue tick on Twitter now. So it's one of those ones you got to take with a pinch of salt. I don't think, because for me, it just wouldn't. It doesn't make sense to me. Like Liverpool selling a good player to Arsenal, number one. Curtis Jones, if he wins the league, he's not going to want to leave Liverpool, is he? He's not going to want to leave Liverpool. It just wouldn't. It's that type of deal where you look at it and you sort of be like, yeah, it's pretty weird. Like, I don't see it happening personally, and yeah, it's just pure rumors. This came from this guy here. I don't know how, if anyone else fans know this person on Twitter, I don't know how reliable this guy is. But I mean, let's just, in hindsight, yeah, let's just say if we were to sign this player, I mean, let's talk about him, guys, because as I said, I actually do rate him. And this season, he's been having a great season. He's currently rated. His current value is 35 million. It'll be about 30 million. Liverpool will probably demand, especially if we talk about the summer, and if they win the league, they'll demand a lot more for this player. 100%. He's 22. You know, he's came from the academy. His main position is centre mid, of course, number 8. You know, this is he's played 12 matches this season, got a goal and assist, but again, he's more of a number 8 sort of player. Again, look, these types of stats, you can't really go off people. This is why stats don't tell the big picture. Yeah, this is why all these stats here just don't say the bigger picture, right? Jordan thinks he's crap. I think he's a good player, man. No, well, let me rephrase. I think he's having a good season, Jordan. I think he's having a really good season for you lot. Don't you agree? But yeah, these are all these stats here, people. Like the point is, stats don't tell you the full picture. You got to use your eye test. And as I said, this season he's looked pretty good. He has looked pretty good. He's having a very good season. So yeah, again, I just don't see it happening, people. I don't see it happening. Apparently Arteta really admires this player. Apparently Arteta really wants this player. Again, this story came out 2 days ago from a guy on Twitter with a blue tick, and then everyone started reporting it. So again, it's one of those ones where you got to take it with a pinch of salt. Believe what you want to believe, people. But I'll just give you my opinion. I think, in my opinion, I'll take him. I would take him. I think he's a good player. I think he's having a good season. I think he can, slot nicely in a number 8 role. Ideally, I want him now in January, but that's definitely not going to happen, is it? He's not going to leave in January. So if it comes to the summer, I do think there's better alternatives out there when it comes to summer. And again, we don't know what's going to happen between now and the summer. So we may have to review this one again in the summer. It'd be interesting to see how this one sort of develops over the January window, though. It will be interesting to see how this one sort of develops over the January transfer window, to see if any other news comes out, if there's actual concrete interest there. Because as we know, an Arsenal fan from Twitter just tweeted it out with a blue tick. So believe what you want to believe, people. I don't know how reliable he is, because I don't really use Twitter that much. I need to look at Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. Come on, Fabrizio. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Fabrizio comes out and says anything about that. But guys, make sure you keep hitting like buttons up. There's 11 of you still inside. Hit like buttons up, people, and we going through the latest transfer news as always. I'll quickly say hello to the chat, see what you guys are saying. Big up to Luke. I hope you're doing well. You live at 3 o'clock. Where are you off to, Pasma, bro? Where are you off to? Big up Dalaval, bro. Curtis Jones to Arsenal. I don't trust him. I don't care if Curtis Jones leaves, mate. Jordan can't stand him. Jordan can't stand Curtis Jones. We need to buy before we sell anyone. Sorry, we need to sell before we buy anyone. I agree. That is what's going to happen. Rory says, guys, snap out of it. You're both Liverpool fans. Yeah, exactly. Big up to Saliba as well. Yeah, we'll move on to him next. In fact, Dusan Vlahovic. Listen, Saliba, it wouldn't be a transfer. It wouldn't be a transfer video if we didn't talk about Dusan Vlahovic, would it? Every single time we talk about Dusan Vlahovic. Hi, Charlie. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. I'll take Jones. Same here. Yeah, I mean, many Arsenal fans actually agree. Like, we would take him. Good afternoon, Toronto Fan TV. Here, why do you think we're playing worse this year? I think it's a mixture of a lot of different things. I really do. I think partly is Arteta and this whole system. Some of his signings. I mean, apart from Declan Rice, Declan Rice has elevated us. Don't get twisted, but playing this new system is resulted in that. Because there's something wrong with our attack. We know this. There's something really wrong with our attack. But yeah, I think it's a mix of everything, bro. I really do. And it needs to improve. I've heard the Tony news ain't good. No, it's not. Yeah, it's looking less likely, man. It's looking less likely. We ain't getting Tony unless Chelsea pay 100 mil there at Brentford. Yeah, most likely. Yeah, I'll definitely take him. I think you're on about Curtis Jones. Yeah, I don't think we won't sign anyone this window. We don't have the funds. He's a decent player. He is. I mean, he's having a good season. Your boy KT coming back then. Hopefully, yes. That is the news that came out. Not Curtis Jones, because he's on the screen and my mind goes all weird. Yes, that is the news that came out yesterday. We are looking to recall Kieran Tierney, so hopefully we need him because hopefully it needs to be done. Bring back Tierney now. Curtis going nowhere. It's just pure rumors. Yeah. Take Elliott instead. I rate Curtis much higher than Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott's a good player as well, personally. I think they've both got some good potential in them. Jordan wants him sold, mate. Jordan wants him binned. Jordan wants him binned. I said take the whole team. Mo Salah as well, Jordan, yeah? All right, mate. Sure. I'll take Salah, of course. Yeah, take now wants us to take Nunes and more. I agree. Curtis Jones to finally put it together. It's one of those where Klopp used to make rumors for our players like Martinelli. We're returning the favors. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Yeah, I actually remember that. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Most likely, yeah, most likely. So would I. Yeah, give us Darwin Nunes. Why don't Arsenal go and get a player that can play instead of looking for the easy way out? Because we're Arsenal, Canberra, man. Because we're Arsenal, and every single window, some of this fan base rates it at 9 out of 10. Not the majority of us people. Yeah, we know. When has Arsenal actually done what's required in a window before? That's actually resulted in something special happening in terms of us winning. You know, yes, we signed Declan Rice and I was on the hype train. But at the same time, we should have sorted it out. We should have sorted this out in the summer. We spent 200 million in the summer and we're still having these issues. How can we spend that much? Yeah. And we still need to get 5 positions in. We still need to fix our bench. Like, nah. This is the issue, Canberra. This is the issue. Like this football club and in these transfer windows, they never do what's required. Hopefully, they eat my words, but I say every single window. Hopefully, I say Edu. You've proved me wrong, Edu, and he makes me eat my words. But I just this window, right? It's just so frustrating, man. It really is because for the first time going into the window, we actually don't have like a main. I mean, okay, Ivan Toney, but that deal's looking so likely to be off now because 100 million they want, and plus, you know, Brentford are in an absolute shambles right now. They're like 16th in the Premier League. They're near relegation zone now. They're going to do everything in their power to keep him. Plus, Chelsea are hovering around it as well. And you know, we've seen when Chelsea and Arsenal go in a bidding war, we never come out on top. Like look at the Mudryk situation. We wanted like 85. We wanted like 70, and then Chelsea said, "Oh, here's 85 or 100 mil. However much they pay for Mudryk." And then it was like, "Yeah, cheers," you know. And we lost that one. So yeah, let's just hope they do what's required, man. Yeah, the rumors coming from this guy on Twitter, Jordan, right? It's called AFC Admin, yeah. And he's got a blue tick on Twitter. Now he could have easily like, because you can buy blue ticks, can't you, now on Twitter? I swear you can pay to be verified on Twitter now. So that guy's came out and just said that, oh, apparently we're looking at Curtis Jones, Arteta really admires a player. It came from him. So again, that's where the sources come from. And then a bunch of other people take it and they literally spread it around everywhere to make it believable, pretty much. So I ain't gonna buy anything into this. Again, these are the type of deals that you got to take with a pinch of salt. These are the type of deals that you got to really sit there and say, all right, well, this is just bollocks. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it happening personally. And they're talking about this happening in the summer as well, not even in January. Yeah, agreed. We need to fix our bench. Facts. We do, bro. We do. 100%. We need to fix our bench. We do. Let's beat Liverpool with Curtis Jones on Sunday. He isn't going anywhere. All right, so yeah, let's Curtis Jones. Let's move on now. Let's talk about Dusan Vlahovic. And that's it. And as I say, guys, it wouldn't be a transfer window, right, if we didn't talk about Dusan Vlahovic. So let's talk about this guy because it's another deal that's spread it around everywhere again. This same Dusan Vlahovic, yeah, rejected us 2 years ago, and now we want him. It's like when you go back to your ex-girlfriend, like, and she's already rejected you. Like, seriously, what is going on here? Anyway, Dusan Vlahovic. Arsenal could benefit from Juventus' financial problems as a cash plus player offer is mooted. So basically, they want to do a swap deal for one of our players in exchange for Dusan Vlahovic, basically. So Arsenal have been told that Juventus will listen to a cash plus player offer for Dusan Vlahovic. So this is according to Sky Sports. Sky Sports, of course, we know is very reliable, as we know. You know, well, everyone watches Sky Sports, of course. So yeah, this came from a pretty reliable source, to be fair. So Sky Sports actually came out and reported this and said that they will listen to a cash play. Juventus would listen to a cash plus player offer, pretty much a swap deal, with a bit of cash on top. The Gunners are reportedly in the transfer market with a striker. Jesus and Nketiah are struggling to be prolific from them this season. Arsenal started the season in brilliant form, but they've been dipped in their last 5 matches. We know this. They have seen pundits. We know this. Jesus has been good for the Gunners. We know this. And there's been growing speculation. Arteta has conceded Arsenal and see that Arsenal needed a new striker in January window if they are to win the title this season. Tony, there's been rumours they're considering for Tony, Osimhen, and Vlahovic, with the latter potentially costing the least amount of money. Deals with Osimhen and Tony will be expensive. That's a reporters claim that Arsenal see them as unrealistic to compete in the transfer window, and that could see them turn to Vlahovic as their top target. With Sky Sports Gary insisting Arteta is still a fan of the Serbian international. So the Arsenal Beat podcast, not having Tony because I don't think Brentford will sell him in January. Another player though, we know Arteta is a fan of Dusan Vlahovic. Juventus wanted 50 million, but that was too steep for Arsenal. But Juventus have financial problems. They listen to a cash plus player offer, and there are also tax rules in Italy, which is something for them to consider. Former Arsenal player Emmanuel Petit reckons Arteta and the Gunners need a completely different profile striker than Jesus and Nketiah. That is very true. Arsenal should make a move for Isaac. He ain't going to go anywhere, is he? Let's be honest with it. But yeah. So Dusan Vlahovic, people. How many times have we got to talk about this player here? How many times have we got to talk about Dusan Vlahovic? Because the simple answer for me is not for me. Not for me. Number one, right? He rejected us. He literally came out and said, when this guy's at Fiorentina, to be fair, this guy was bagging at Fiorentina for fun. This guy had a great season at Fiorentina, yeah? I thought, yeah, this guy's looking like one kid. That is when we should have got him, when he's at Fiorentina. So before 2 years ago, right? 3 years ago, right? We tried to sign this Dusan Vlahovic, right? And he rejected us. He literally said, because we didn't have Champions League football. So he rejected us. He said, I don't want to go Arsenal, I want to go Juventus. So he went to Juventus. So number one, he's already rejected us. So why are we going back in for a player that's rejected us? Does not make sense. And number two, the guy is ban average. The guy is ban overrated and very overhyped and very... Let me put this in perspective, right? People want to diss the Serie A, yeah? People want to diss this whole Italian league, right? Vanculo. But no, listen, people want to diss the Italian league. Dusan Vlahovic had the same amount of goals than Eddie Nketiah does in the Premier League for Arsenal. That's perspective that you got to look into, yeah? Eddie Nketiah has the same amount of goals that Dusan Vlahovic. They both have the same amount of goals this season. Dusan Vlahovic is meant to be good aerially, yeah, apparently. That's what I got told. Oh, we can have him because he's good in the air and he has a great aerial ability. Well, that's funny because Kai Havertz has better aerial stats than Vlahovic does this season. And Vlahovic is taller. So, I'm sorry. This guy is so overhyped. This guy was so good, man, at Fiorentina. So good at Fiorentina. And that moves Juventus. I mean, let's just take a look at see how he's doing this season. Right? I'll quickly get his stats up, people. Because I know he's having an awful season at Juventus. So he's 23 now. He's currently valued at 61 million, but as Juventus said, they'll do a swap deal. Now they were looking at Charlie Bettino, Juventus, and I did speak about that, a swap deal for Moise Kean and Charlie Bettino, so that could be a part of it. I'm not entirely sure that would actually happen. I'm not entirely sure if that was true. He played 16 matches. He scored 6 goals and 2 assists. So what I'm saying, okay, so he's got one more than Edin Nketiah this season. Then well done. Yeah. By the way, he's playing in the Italian again. And by the way, Juventus are doing well this season. They're like they are in a title race. They were pretty. Look, in 79 games, he's only bagged 29 goals for Juventus. Yeah, he's only bagged 29 goals for Juventus. I'm going to try to look at his other in when was it? Last season, right? Last season. Why don't it show the stats from last season? Because last season I know it's even worse. Like, well, it was really bad last season in terms of goals. Yeah, he bagged 10 goals in the Serie A in all competitions last season. No, sorry, he bagged 10 goals in the Serie A last season. Like, I'm sorry. Dusan Vlahovic is so overhyped. He's overrated. He was very, very good at Fiorentina. And that is when we should have got him. We should not be signing this player, yeah? Because number one, he's rejected us already. Like, it'd just be a bit silly. And number two, we can do so much better than Dusan Vlahovic. It's not even like he's prem proven as well. At least go for someone like Ivan Toney who's prem proven. Look, this guy, again, we're talking about clinicality, if that's even a word. We're talking about a player who we need to be prolific. Yeah, we're talking about a player who needs to give who needs to give a different style, a different type of striker to Jesus and Nketiah, which you all know we need. We need a goal scorer. Vlahovic at Juventus is not a goal scorer, and that can clearly see there. You can clearly see it there. We need a goal scorer. We need someone who's clinical. Vlahovic is not clinical enough. He's not clinical enough. Yeah, 6 goals in a so-called Farmers League. People want to diss the Italian league, by the way. He's got the same amount of goals as Edin Nketiah does this season, but we want to go and sign him for some reason. No chance. Kai Havertz got better aerial ability than Dusan Vlahovic does, and Dusan Vlahovic is taller. Doesn't make sense, does it? I'm sorry, people. Look, people may sounding negative, all that stuff. We can do so much better than Dusan Vlahovic. We should have got him when he's at Fiorentina, because then, you know, I think that move from Fiorentina to Juventus affected his career. It really did, because he certainly has not lived up to that same player that he was. So, I mean, he's still 23, people will say, but not for me, people. We can do so much better than Dusan Vlahovic. Now, as I said, the latest news is they want to do a swap deal plus cash on top. That is what they want. They want a swap deal, cash on top. As I said before, they asked us. Apparently, there's reports going around that they wanted Charlie Bettino, the guy who's on loan at Swansea, in exchange for Moise Kean or something like that. That is one of the reports. So, in terms of players that we could swap for Dusan Vlahovic plus a bit of cash, I mean, Edin Nketiah, possibly, if we're looking, you know, as a striker, sort of a swap deal. But nah, I mean, Arteta seems to love this guy, because every single time, every single window that comes around is, we're linked with Dusan Vlahovic. We're linked with Dusan Vlahovic. We're linked with Dusan Vlahovic. Like, give it a rest. Like, we are not going to sign this guy. Oh, I hope we don't. I mean, listen, we can do so much better than Dusan Vlahovic. This guy comes to Arsenal. Number one, he's unproven already. I don't care. Yeah, nobody knows if we're going to get the Fiorentina Vlahovic, do we? Because this guy's been in the same league, and I've seen this guy play quite a lot for Juventus, right? This guy is literally so wasteful as well when it comes to chances. The amount of chances the end product this guy has is useless as well. We need a clinical striker. We need a goal scorer, people. Vlahovic is not that guy. Vlahovic is not that guy. We need someone who's proven. We need a proven striker. Vlahovic is still unproven. Yeah, he's not done it in Premier League. He's not even done it in the Champions League. Let's be honest with it. And he's barely struggling to do it in the Serie A. So there we go. There we go, people. Dusan Vlahovic. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe you guys disagree with me. Maybe you want Vlahovic or Arsenal. Let me know. Change my mind, people. Let me know why. I'd love to hear your opinions down below. everyone is entitled to their opinion. Let me know your thoughts. Dusan Vlahovic to Arsenal, yes or no? Would you take him, guys? Let us know your thoughts down below. Let's go through some of your more any new comments that have came in. Forgot where we were. Right, let's see where you guys are. Where the hell were we? Let's beat Curtis Jones on Sunday. Yeah, let's beat them on Sunday. He's not going anywhere. If you don't get proper people running up top, you'll find teams like Arsenal in the shambles. You need someone who can actually going out and scout a player and try and bring in somebody looking at easy routes. Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more. Why would Arsenal want Dusan? Seriously, he's crap. Yeah, I agree. Do not rate this guy. I think he's very, very overhyped. I think he's very, very overrated as well. We need a goal scorer, and this guy's not clinical. Hope we can take him because then we're not attractive. Back to what I'm trying to stop buying players like Eddie and Nketiah or Jesus. Yeah, exactly. It's what we're saying. We need a different type of striker. Lower players to make the team better. I try with Arsenal and their recruit team. Yeah, let's get you signed up, Canberry. I'm sure you can do a better job. He's 23 now. He's still 23. I thought he was older than that. But he is 23 now. Arsenal is going back instead of going forward. Sorry, also going backwards instead of going forwards. Big up to you, Static. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hey, Josh, no to Curtis Jones. Big up to you, Static, bro. Always hope you're doing well. I don't think it's going to happen, Static. I just think it's a bunch of rumors, to be honest. Dusan is so much crap. He's a user player. He suits low teams. Vlahovic is playing in a defensive system. But still. Hold on. Okay, I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. But hold on. 6 goals in the Serie A. Do not tell me he's a clinical goal scorer. Yeah, no, I've seen this guy enough this season. The amount his end product this season is useless. The amount of big chances this guy's missed is unbelievable. So look, he's playing in a defensive system, but the question is, would he suit our system? Do you think he'll suit us Arteta's system? Dusan Vlahovic isn't going anywhere. Static. Hello, Juju. I was going just my opinion. Yeah, big up to you, Static. Jones doing okay for your team. Yeah, he's having a very good season. Josh Vlahovic, no, thank you. I agree. 20 likes, like and subscribe, guys. Make sure you do that. Listen to Static, absolute real one. Hit all our buttons up. Sub channel if you want to as well. That's why he isn't going anywhere. Alf says, I don't want Moise Keane at Arsenal. This guy's worse than Eddie. Vlahovic can be good, but he's not my main target. Yeah, I agree. I think there's definitely players we can go and get above this guy. Josh being realistic is, mate. I appreciate that. Cheers, Static, bro. Cheers. I'm just saying how I feel, man. Just my opinion, innit? You know what does amaze me about Premier League? Once a player scores 15, 20 goals, he gets overhyped. When he comes to a big team, he will flop. Most of these players are one-season wonders. I still got my students there. Wait for yours. That's fine, Luca, bro. Appreciate that. Already moved on. Good luck to him. I got nothing against him. I just don't want him at Arsenal. That's fair play. That's fair play. Hello, you 16 people listening. I'm doing my stream tonight. Luca, you go and talk about Jones. I think he will be. Yeah. Big up to you, man. No, Vlahovic is good. He can hold the ball up. Yeah, but I'm talking about when in terms of goal scoring, in terms of that clinical edge. Is he a clinical goal scorer? And for me, no, he's not. You know, as I said, he scored the same amount of goals as Eddie and Nketiah this season. One's in the Premier, one's in the Serie A. And plus, I've seen this guy, his end product as well, lets him down the most. So he can hold the ball up play. He's okay, I'll give you that. He's physical. He can hold the ball up play and bring people to play. But isn't that what Jesus does anyway? And we're talking about we need a different striker compared to Jesus. So look, I hear what you're saying, man, and I will give you that. I think he's physical, but at the same time, we need goals, mate. And for me, we need a clinical goal scorer. And I don't think Vlahovic has proved that. You know, at Fiorentina he did, but that was 2-3 years ago, and he hasn't proved that since. Every time I watch this guy, I just think, nah, you're so overhyped. We need Tony now, we do, but it's not looking likely. Static. It's not looking likely. because they want 100 million, and Brentford are in an absolute shambles at the moment in terms of their league position as well. They really need him. They really do need him. And plus they've got a few players going AFCON as well. I think Mbeumo. No, not yeah, Mbeumo's going AFCON because he's Cameroon, isn't he? Yeah, he's from Cameroon, so they're going to lose Mbeumo. They're going to lose Wizard as well. They're going to lose quite a lot of players, Brentford. So unless Chelsea go and pay 100 mil for Tony, he's going to stay at Brentford, I reckon. And I hate to say it, man, because yeah, I agree. We need him now. We do need him now. I believe Vlahovic can prove it in the EPL. That's your opinion, but I don't want to risk that, Alf. I don't want to risk that. I believe you can go and get someone who's proven already, like Ivan Toney. But again, we know it's not looking good for that. Happy New Year to you as well. You sending people will be live tonight. Benfica getting that Brazil fellow that Arsenal linked to. Then Benfica was selling the same Premier League team for 120 mil. Is that the what's his name? I know who you're on about. Is it Marcus Leandro? Yeah, Leonardo, what his name is. Vlahovic is not clinical low. He's Jesus. He's a Jesus, but in Serie A, facts. Well, no, but he can actually link up play. Like that. That is Jesus is not a goal scorer. There's a reason why he's only bagged 13 goals in his whole entire career. He's not a goal scorer, but what he does give us is that link up play with the winners. Vlahovic is not a goal scorer, but yeah, he can probably hold up the ball. He's physical. He can link up play as well. But I swear that's what Jesus does. That's what everyone raves about. Oh, we can link up play with the winners. He brings in the winners. You know, he's skillful in the ball. Jesus. The issue with Jesus is he's not a goal scorer. Jesus is never where we want him to be. Yeah, this is why we need a new striker, bro. Yeah, he's Marcos. Yeah, Marcos. That's the guy from Santos, isn't it? Who they got relegated, didn't they? And we were looking at him, but I think Fabrizio said it was never concrete or something like that, and now it's gone Benfica. All right, guys, let's continue. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go to the next story. Who's next? Let's have a look. Right, so we've done Vlahovic. We've done Curtis Jones. So let's see who's next on the list. We're going to talk about. All right, we're going to talk about a player who is who's actually on loan at Arsenal, called Marquinhos. If you guys remember him, you know that guy who we bought from Sao Paulo a few years ago. Well, it looked like he could be coming on his way back. So Arsenal looking to bring back popular Brazilian star according to this report. I don't know if he's popular, but apparently he's very popular. Okay, there we go. Arsenal talks to bring back a very popular Brazilian star in January. So Arsenal are in talks of course, he's at FC Nantes over recalling Marquinhos from his loan club in French, according to reports. I've looked into this a little bit. And he's barely playing at FC Nantes at all. I don't think he's been getting on the bench. The Brazilian under-23 international was headed to Ligue 1 sides in August on the season-long loan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's only been handed one start. In Ligue 1 this season. Marquinhos signed by the Gunners in the summer 2022 on a long-term contract. Could be now set to return Emirates early, according to L'Equipe. The 20-year-old goal striker, the 20-year-old winner has played 6 times for Arsenal to date, registering a goal and assist on his debut, which came in Europa League against Zurich. Mikante held Marquinhos after that match, and he said he's a player who's very popular with no English, just with a smile and attitude. He's won the respect and admiration of everyone here. It was a big step for him. He hasn't played enough minutes with us, but we're willing to give him the opportunity. I think he deserves it. He took it really well again. It's another player that needs to keep developing. Marquinhos last season, making 11 appearances. So yeah, he played more in the Championship than he obviously has done in Ligue 1 this season for Nantes. So yeah, Marquinhos has won the whatever that says Paulista with Sao Paulo in 2021. Tasted glory at the Pan American Games with Brazil's under 23s last year. So yeah, this player obviously one of those who. I mean, it was a typical Edu signing, wasn't it? That Brazilian connection, of course. Signing from Sao Paulo. And you know what? When he first came in, he obviously scored and I think assisted on his debut, didn't he? He literally scored an assist on his debut, and we was like, all right, this player, we may have a little play on our hands here, similar to Martinelli. We was hoping it would be similar to Martinelli, of course. But yeah, I mean, it's clear that Arteta don't think he's ready yet to be a regular at Arsenal. So he's going to be coming back in January. But you know what I reckon? We're going to loan him out again. I reckon we'll bring him back and then we'll loan him out again. And to be fair, he played well. He's had more game time in the Championship. I feel like that's a league which would be good for him to go back to again because he'll have that experience. He can have that. Championship is a physical league, isn't it? So he'll gain experience playing. I mean, it's a tough league to get out of, obviously, the Championship. So I think that'd be a good move, similar to how we went Norwich City a few seasons ago. But yeah, definitely he needs more game time, man, because he's played one start. And I was looking at, I don't know, and he's not been injured, by the way, because I was looking at it today. I was like, this guy's barely even getting on their bench. I was like, what is going on here? So I could definitely see Arsenal recalling him back, but then finding him another club to go to get that game time. Because he's still very young, as we know. This guy may have potential that we don't know. But it's clear that he's not ready to come back to Arsenal just yet. And certainly not. I mean, it's definitely not one of those backups for Saka, which we need. We do need a backup for Saka. I've heard reports that we're going to let Nelson go on loan as well. Reece Nelson needs some game time apparently, so we're going to let him go on loan as well. So there's another one, but we definitely do need that winner there for Saka. I don't think Marquinhos is that guy. He could be. Who knows, mate? Who knows? I mean, it's Edu's Brazilian connection, Edu's Brazilian revolution. So yeah, I definitely see this guy coming back, and then we're going to loan him back out to, whoever's going to be for the player. I mean, ideally, hopefully another Premier League club comes in for him. So sort of like a lower league Premier League side, so he can sort of like play Prem and have that Prem experience, so he can learn stuff in the Premier League. But we have to wait and see if a club like Luton comes in for him or something like that, because we already sent what's his name, Samuel Lokonga to Luton. So I don't know. We have to wait and see what happens for a guy like Marquinhos. But yeah, let's continue, people. Let's move on. We're going to talk about our final piece of news today. Where was it? Right. Yes, Martin Zubimendi, people. That is another story that came out today. Yes, Zubimendi, Canberra. We're going to move on to him now. I agree. A very, very good player. A very, very good player indeed. So we're apparently handed a timely boost for Zubimendi. So let's go through this. This comes from the Mirror. So believe what you want to believe, people, about the Daily Mirror. Man, am I lagging again? What is going on here? Come on. Vamos. Arteta handed a timely boost in the race, signed Arsenal transfer target he loves. So Arsenal are set to get that off. Arsenal set to offload El Neni, which will allow them to make a move for Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi. The guys have continued to invest in recent seasons and spend another 200 million, which leaves a little room to spend because of FFP. It means we've got to offload players, as we know. El Neni's contract will expire in the summer. Daily Mail reports that Turkish side Transimport and Besiktas have both made offers for El Neni. Any deal is likely to be accepted, which will free Arteta to move for a player he greatly admires in Zubimendi. Sociedad star was on Arsenal's radar last year. This comes by The Athletic. It's been further claimed that North London club loves the midfielder. The 24-year-old who has been capped for Spain opted to remain in his homeland, has been part of his team journey into the knockouts of the Champions League. Zubimendi is understood to have the modest release clause for a player of his quality, but any move is not expected to materialise until the manager sells more midfielders. Xhaka left in the summer and last season was a part of the midfield duo alongside Thomas Partey. Declan Rice has made himself at home, as we know. Arsenal, Paul Merson told Sky Sports, what's this? This is about a striker, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, apparently we could be signing Zubimendi. I don't think it happened in January, people. I think this type of deal is more likely for the summer. I think this type of deal is more likely for the summer. I think I can see him saying that Sociedad. I mean, the players already came out saying he loved it at Sociedad already because, he's playing Champions League football. I mean, they qualified, didn't they? Yeah. I don't know who they're playing next round. Who Sociedad playing? Is it PSG they're playing? Yeah, I think it's PSG they got. Yeah. So they're playing PSG. So they're still in Champions League. This is his home team he plays for as well. This is like he's born and raised in Sociedad. Like this is his home club. This is his club he's supported since he's a kid as well. His homegrown club. So he's actually in Sociedad right now, playing for his dream club. Also been called up also played a few games for the national team, the Spanish national team. Look, I've watched this guy and he's a quality player, man. And I'd love him at Arsenal. Let me check his release clause because obviously every single player in Spain has a release clause, don't they? I think that's a rule that you have in La Liga. So let's see how much his release clause is for Zubimendi. Let's have a look. Martin Zubimendi release clause. So apparently his release clause is 53 million. 53 million is Martin Zubimendi's release clause. So yeah, that is that. So it's not too bad. It's not like none of this crazy 100 mil stuff or like. I think 53 is doable. It's similar how much we paid with Thomas Partey, wasn't it? But no, man. This guy would be good for us, man. This guy would be a very, very good signing. But again, I don't see it happening in January, man. I don't see it happening in January. I definitely see this happening more of a summer deal. So we have to wait till the summer because, as I said, I don't see this guy leaving Sociedad considering they're in the Champions League. Considering he loves it in Spain. It's his home club he's playing for. It's like the whole personal terms on that. It's going to be very hard to get done. But no, I agree. As Canberry says, Zubimendi is what we should go for before Barca step in. Yeah, Barca want him as well, really as well. So it's between us and Barcelona. Really, stepping this player, this make the midfield look fantastic. I agree. I couldn't agree anymore. I'm a big fan of this guy, Zubimendi. I've definitely focused a lot more of my attention on this player recently. Ever since we've been linked with him, because, a few years ago, I was like, oh, really? Like literally last year, I was like, all right, well, I need to watch this guy a bit more. And I focused, obviously, like, I'm going to pretend I watched Real Sociedad because I don't. Like, the only La Liga I really watch is when Barca play, when Simeone ball come on, Atletico play. And I focused a lot on the course Girona because they're like the new Leicester City in La Liga. So I ain't gonna sit in and make out and pretend that I watch Real Sociedad play week in, week out because we know nobody does that, and unless you're Spanish or unless you support Real Sociedad. But what I will say is Zubimendi, what I've seen in this guy, he looks fantastic, and yeah, I agree. He would elevate our midfield a lot, and this is a player we should definitely be looking at. As someone who Arteta really wants, Arteta apparently really admires this player as well. But as I said, people, I don't see this happening in January. Unfortunately, I just don't see us splashing for 53 million. I mean, all we got to do is activate release clause, which we did with Thomas Partey, and I think obviously down to the player as well, isn't it, in terms of like the personal terms. But as I said, in the summer, this is the one where we need to keep an eye on. But January, I just don't see it happening, unfortunately, people. Nuno Tavares, the Olympic sprinter. The Olympic sprinter's on his way back. Yeah, I heard about that as well. Is he our answer to the left back problem, people? No, I'd rather get, honestly, Tavares is going to come back, bin him out on loan again, get Tierney back. Get Kieran Tierney back. This guy's in good. Do you mean I think you meant Marquinhos, didn't you, when we talk about Marquinhos? Or do you mean Zubimendi? Because Zubimendi. Edu just helping his Brazilian agent. Yeah, of course, man. Brazilian Revolution. Zubi wouldn't be able to play Champions League for us anyway. How come? Is it because Solskjaer are in it as well? Even if he came in January, we couldn't. Yeah, mate, that's a shout, to be fair. You're talking about the Everton player, yeah? Onana. Amadou Onana. Yeah, man. That's a shout. That's a shout because he's Prem proven as well, isn't it? You know, he's done it in the Prem. I mean, he's been. I remember that guy when we played against him. You guys remember the game last season when we lost 1-0 at Goodison Park, and that guy bossed the midfield, literally bossed our midfield. I was like, yeah, this guy looks serious. This guy is a serious baller. So yeah, that's a good shout as well. That's a very, very good shout. Amadou Onana from Everton. And again, I mean, we're talking about that again. That'll be the summer, man. I don't see it happening in January, unfortunately, because again, it'd be tough to do a deal with Everton right now, considering the fact that, you know, I mean, they're going to stay up, but considering the fact he's their most important player, let's be honest with it, he's one of their most important players. So I think it'd be hard. And I think they'll want, again, like 50, 60 mil for the player, something like that. So, but yeah, that's a good shout as well. That's a good shout. Yeah, bro. He sure did. He sure did, man. When we lost that last season, didn't we? 1-0. Yeah, there we go, guys. That is all the news today. Let us know your thoughts down below if you're watching on playback as well. Thanks for tuning in today, as always. And we're back tomorrow. What's the date? Thursday tomorrow. Yeah, so there possibly could be a preview tomorrow. FA Cup preview. Arsenal, Liverpool, of course. But guys, by the way, we'll be wearing that white kit against Liverpool at the Emirates. We'll be wearing that white kit. You know, the one we wore against Oxford last season, and the one we wore against Nottingham Forest when we got knocked out. That white kit, that all white kit, man. We're going to wear it against Liverpool apparently on Sunday. So there we go. That'll be interesting. But yeah, I'll probably be doing the preview to that either Thursday or Friday. I'll be definitely getting, yeah, Jordan, bro. I'll be getting a bunch of Liverpool fans on. for the preview. Yeah, man. We wore that horrible white kit, and then we end up getting embarrassed by Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup, and they knocked us out. But yeah, Jordan, I'll contact you, man. I'll contact you. I'll be getting a few other Liverpool fans on as well, people. So yeah, be up, Jordan. I'll be getting you on. Don't worry, bro. But yeah, thanks everyone who tuned into the show as always, guys. Today and tomorrow, guys, we'll be back for some more transfer news. Hopefully, we get some Fabrizio here. Here we go, Fabrizio news very, very soon, man. And hopefully, we get some actual concrete news, because at the moment, all this stuff is just being rumors at the moment, people. Just rumors going around, just sort of paper talk at the moment. So hopefully, Fabrizio gives us a little update on what's going to happen with Arsenal and what players we're actually going to go and sign this window. But yeah, thanks for tuning in as always, people. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Really appreciate you guys' support. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you want to. We're on the road to 6K subscribers. We are here every single day. The grind does not stop. And yeah, until tomorrow, guys, I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your evenings. Enjoy the rest of your day today. And yeah, we're out of here. Ciao, guys.